top Nostradamus predictions and reality checks, including his 2025 prophecy. He wrote in riddles. He predicted empires, disasters, and dark futures. To some, he was a visionary. To others, just a clever poet with a good imagination. But now, in 2025, his predictions are gaining fresh attention. So today, we're diving into Nostradamus' most famous prophecies, the truth behind them, and what he might have seen in our future. Who was Nostradamus? Nostradamus was born on December 14, 1503, in the town of Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, located in southern France. His family was of Jewish descent, though they had converted to Christianity years before his birth. He was given the name Michel de Nostradame, Nostradame, meaning Our Lady in French, which reflects his Catholic upbringing. His father, Jaume de Nostradame, was a notary, and his mother, Raymond de Saint-Remy, was likely a homemaker. His father was an intellectual who worked as a legal advisor. It's likely that this exposure to books and writing early on influenced Nostradamus's intellectual curiosity. Nostradamus's early life was marked by both education and tragedy. At around the age of 15, he enrolled at the University of Avignon to study the arts, specifically medicine. But this academic path would be interrupted. In 1522, the plague ravaged Europe, and Nostradamus's hometown was no exception. His family was struck by tragedy when his first wife and children died in a plague outbreak. It's believed this loss greatly affected his outlook on life and his future work. After the tragedy, he left his family home and began traveling, practicing as an apothecary and learning about herbal medicine in places like Toulouse. In the years following his family's deaths, Nostradamus turned his attention to medicine, specifically the treatment of the plague, which was sweeping through Europe. By the 1550s, Nostradamus was no longer just a doctor. He became more interested in astrology, interpreting the future through the stars. His interest in prophecy grew, and he began publishing predictions. Around this time, he also began writing the quatrains for which he would become famous. These four-line poems were cryptic, blending astrology, philosophy, and history in ways that would make them open to interpretation, both in his time and centuries later. In 1555, he published his first book, Les Prophéties, which contained his predictions about the future of the world. Les Prophéties, a book filled with 942 poetic quatrains, cryptic verses believed to reveal the future. Interesting fact, he deliberately made the verses obscure, blending French, Latin, Greek, and wordplay. Why? Likely to avoid being labeled a heretic, or simply to make his words timeless and open to interpretation. The Hister prophecy. From the depths of Western Europe, a young child shall be born of poor people. He who by his tongue shall seduce a great troop. His fame shall increase toward the realm of the East. Hister shall become a captain of Greater Germany. Common interpretation. Hister, Jacques Hitler, Western Europe, Austria, Germany, tongue, Hitler's powerful oratory, realm of the East, alliances with Japan, war on USSR, but Hister was also the Latin name for the lower Danube River, and the poem could apply to any charismatic European leader. Reality check. Striking similarity to Hitler's rise, but possibly poetic coincidence or general war archetype. 9/11 and the Twin Towers. 2 steel birds will fall from the sky on the metropolis. After 9/11, this quote went viral, often credited to Nostradamus. But spoiler alert, it's fake. It never appears in his texts. Real quatrains vaguely mentioning fire, sky, and terror do exist, like, the sky will burn at 45 degrees. Fire approaches the great new city. Some interpret this as NYC, latitude approximately 40.7 degrees. But that's a stretch, and the city isn't named. Reality check. No mention of airplanes, towers, or dates. Pure retrofitting, fitting vague lines to known events. The Great Fire of London. The blood of the just will be demanded of London, burnt by fire in the year 66. Actual event. The Great Fire of London broke out in 1666. It destroyed most of the city, starting in a bakery on Pudding Lane. This is one of the few predictions with a clear year and location match. Reality check. Surprisingly accurate and specific. Napoleon's Rise quatrain, paraphrased, "An emperor shall be born near Italy, who shall cost the empire dearly." Napoleon was born on Corsica, rose to become Emperor of France, and plunged Europe into years of war. This one's vague, but the Emperor near Italy line makes many point to him. Reality check. A hit, with interpretive wiggle room. The three Antichrists. Nostradamus never uses the term Antichrist directly, but he describes three great tyrants who bring war, suffering, and global change. Napoleon, first Antichrist, military domination. Hitler, second Antichrist, explicit ties to Hister. Unknown, third Antichrist, linked to global war, possibly from the East or Middle East. Quatrain. Out of the country of Greater Arabia, a mighty king will be born. He will enter Europe wearing a blue turban. Theory. Many say this foretells a radical leader from the Middle East. Others say it's all metaphor, blue turban symbolizing military power or global tech control. Reality check. Still unconfirmed, purely speculative. Rise of AI and machine learning quatrain. Interpreted. The new sage with a lone brain will see in the night, in the skies, and on earth. Modern readers believe this could refer to artificial intelligence or surveillance systems, machines seeing in the night. Could Nostradamus have foreseen satellites, computers, or even sentient AI? Reality check. Interesting possibility, but vague enough to fit many things. Nostradamus and 2025. Let's talk about 2025, the year some say Nostradamus warned us about. Claimed predictions. A major leader will fall, triggering unrest. Global conflict may erupt in the East, economic collapse, or major system reset. A celestial event will signal a shift. No dated quatrains mention 2025 outright. Modern interpreters claim several of his verses seem to line up with current tensions, like US-China rivalry, AI fears, space militarization, and climate instability. Some believers say 2025 marks the beginning of a 7-year tribulation cycle, often linked with end times prophecy. Reality check. No hard dates in the original text. Popular interpretation, not verified prediction. Why Nostradamus still captivates us. So why do people still believe in Nostradamus 500 years later? Psychology. Humans crave order in chaos. We love the idea that someone knew all along, and vague poetic lines let us project meaning onto real events. Some see him as prophetic, others a poetic historian who guessed right a few times. Quote from skeptic or historian about retroactive prophecy: "The truth? We often decode his predictions after things happen, not before." So, was Nostradamus a mystic genius, a lucky guesser, or a literary Rorschach test? What's clear is this: his words still echo today, because we're always searching for meaning in uncertain times. Do you think Nostradamus saw the future? Which prophecy gave you chills? And do you believe something major is coming in 2025? Like this video, subscribe for more strange history, and check the next one on famous doomsday predictions that never came true.